welcome. Another day, another episode of The Breaking Point with yours truly. And, there's some stuff to talk about. The Wyatt family has gotten back together, in a manner of speaking. One-third of the Wyatt family is together. Luke Harper rejoined Bray Wyatt. Eric Rowan, obviously injured, so he can't really do anything right now. That doesn't mean that he won't come back. Who knows, maybe he will. But what I want to talk about is there's a rumor floating around right now about the WWE possibly looking for a new third member of the Wyatt family. There's no talk on who it is. Rumors are saying possibly Adam Rose, but that's just a rumor. Nobody knows for sure. And you know, the more I think about it, the more I actually think Adam Rose could work. Not in his current Adam Rose gimmick. I don't think that's going to fit with the Wyatts. I think it's just going to be weird. But I think if you are familiar with Adam Rose and his career in NXT, then you'll know he had a gimmick called Leo Kruger, a character that was very similar to Bray, very dark, had a very... he almost felt like he was so... I always viewed him kind of like a pirate type character. No, he didn't dress up. He didn't have like an eye patch or like a peg leg. But he had that very dark, do whatever he has to survive kind of character. And it worked really well. People really loved it. He did a great job with it. He was very convincing. But then before they brought him to the main roster, they decided they wanted to repackage him. Everybody was pissed. Myself included. I was like, this guy is perfect. But, you know, now that I look back on it, I can kind of understand their mindset behind it. They had a Bray Wyatt on the roster. They really didn't want him competing because they were very big on Bray. And, it goes to show how far that went. They were very big on Bray Wyatt at the time and didn't really want... I'm assuming they didn't really want any kind of competition between these two very similar characters. So they kind of wanted to repackage him. That way Bray could stand out alone as the sole dark character on the roster. So, I mean, I can kind of get it. But now that they're looking for a third member, I think now would be a perfect time to bring back that gimmick. He didn't work on the main roster as Adam Rose. They put him back down into NXT. Maybe he refines that gimmick. They repackage him. And maybe if they're too afraid that... which I don't know why, because they constantly drop storylines and pick them back up like nobody noticed. And so I think they could easily do that. Or if they wanted to go a cleaner route, they could do a sort of maybe split personality where it's still Adam Rose, but he kind of breaks off into the Leo Kruger gimmick. Like he has two personalities. One's party time all the time. The other one is his dark, grungy Leo Kruger gimmick. And, you know, he could like... while cutting a promo, like seamlessly just switch into Leo Kruger like nothing happened. I think that could be really interesting. I don't really think there's been a character like that. And I think that would fit perfectly with the Wyatt family. And this would also be a great opportunity for Adam Rose because he's extremely talented outside of the WWE. He was very big in South Africa, had a lot of feuds with Justin Gabriel. That was like a big feud for him. And they really, he could really benefit from being a part of the Wyatt family because they're a big part of the roster right now. And I think that putting that spotlight on him would be really great for him because right now he's kind of just laying back. He's not really around anymore. It's not working. The fans don't want him. So introducing him in this fashion could actually really, really elevate him. So I think that could be a good move. But if they don't go with Adam Rose, they have to find somebody who not only could benefit, because to be fair, I don't really think it would be a great move business-wise to put a guy in with the Wyatts who is already somewhat over with the crowd. I mean, Dean Ambrose would fit with the Wyatts, but I don't think he belongs there. You know, he has that crazy mentality, but he's kind of his own character. He doesn't really need them. And he won't benefit from them, so I don't think that would be a smart move. So they need to find somebody who can really benefit. Maybe find somebody down at NXT. Maybe like a Bull Dempsey. Maybe that guy, you know, he's over with the crowd down there. Maybe he comes up and he joins the Wyatt family somehow. He's got the look. he can benefit very well. And that's the second part. They have to be able to kind of mesh with the Wyatts. You can't put in a Zack Ryder with the Wyatt family because it's going to throw it off. It's going to seem weird, and it's just not going to work. So they have to find somebody that can not only benefit, but someone who will fit in that mold. I know there's also been talks of their sister, their biological sister Mika, just getting signed and is at the Performance Center training to be on NXT. Maybe they wait and bring her in. Maybe she becomes a Sister Abigail type gimmick. But personally, I don't know that I would like that specifically, because I kind of like the concept of Bray, talking to this nonsensical, invisible being that nobody else knows what she looks like or what it looks like. It's just Sister Abigail. Kind of adds to a layer to his character. So I kind of enjoy that, and I would kind of hate for them to put an image to it. At least that's just my opinion as a fan of his work. But maybe they can bring her in. I think it would be cool to have a female member of the Wyatt family. I think that could really add another layer to the team itself. But right now she's at the Performance Center. Who knows how long it's going to take for her to work her way up to the main roster. It could be a long time, a few years, who knows. But, knowing that she comes from the family that she comes from, maybe her father already taught her, wrestling like her brothers. Maybe she already knows the business very well. She did grow up in it. And since she's becoming a wrestler, I would assume she's a fan of it. So, but even that being said, both Bray and Bo, they both took a while to get to the main roster. So that could be some time before we see her. But I think that could be very interesting. And, like I said, maybe it's going to be Eric Rowan coming back. Maybe it's not a new addition. Maybe it's just, they're bringing the old team back together. The Wyatt family is going to fully reform once he's healed. Or maybe, they do bring someone new back and they bring back Eric Rowan. I think a 4-man team could be really cool. It's been a while since we've had a 4-man team. We've had a bunch of 3-man teams, Shield, now the New Day, and then the Wyatts. It would be cool to see a 4-man team. It's been a long time since we've seen something like that. And I think that could work with this faction. I honestly think that the Wyatt family would benefit from a bunch of different members. Maybe they do bring Bull Dempsey. Maybe they do bring Eric Rowan. Maybe they do bring in a Leo Kruger. And I think building on the fact that Bray is his character is sort of a cult leader, and the thing with cult leaders is they have a lot of followers because they're able to draw you in. So by him continuing, I didn't understand the split up because that didn't make much sense when you're a cult leader and that's the gimmick they're going for. Your goal is to not let them go. That's like the opposite of what a cult leader would want, is to let their followers go. They like their followers. They like the attention. So he wouldn't be just letting them go free. That's not how a cult leader works, at least the way I see it and the way that I know about it through research. I'm not a cult leader. This is not a cult. Don't worry. But if you want, I can start selling some robes, and we can start having weekly meetings at a disclosed location. That was a joke. But I just think it would benefit him and the entire team and the show, because I think that'd be a cool storyline. He just keeps bringing on more and more people. And after he gets kind of a base, like a foundation of all of these big, strong, crazy-looking guys, then maybe somebody wanders in who maybe wouldn't fit the mold all that well, but it gets changed and tempted by them because it's very empowering, it's very powerful, the draw is very strong, very magnetic. I don't know. I just think it could be a really interesting way to go about it. But, I mean, if you guys have any suggestions to who they might bring on, definitely throw it down in the comment section. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Maybe you guys can think of someone that I didn't. I'm sure there's plenty of guys that might fit that mold pretty well. And if you disagree with any of the guys that I threw out there, throw it down in the comment section and let me know. I'm always open for debate. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to The Breaking Point. Make sure you come back here tomorrow morning, the same time, same place. And as always, consider the point broken.